Okay, this is a Bugaboo Cameleon 3, and it has a problem with the central mechanism here, actually on both sides in this case, and parts inside have broken such that there is no resistance at all to hold it in any upper positions. It just falls right back down. What we're going to have to do is to open up this mechanism by taking off this metal stopper and have a look inside at which parts are broken. There are a lot of plastic parts and a couple of metal parts inside each side, and replace whatever is broken. Okay, at this point I've already removed the metal stopper and the washer that goes around the central axis. And if you want to see how to do this, it's the same as on the Cameleons 1 and 2, and there will be a link to another video where we show how to do this in the description below. And so opening this up, what I found inside was that it was this disc that had broken. There are supposed to be 2 pegs, and the 2 pegs had broken off and were lodged inside the holes of these 2 metal S-shaped pieces. And so what this means is that we have to remove this disc. Now this is relatively similar to the Cameleon 1 and 2 if you watch one of our other videos, but bear in mind that the parts are of different dimensions. So the shape and size of the gaps here are different. These metal pieces are at least twice as thick on this newer version. Beyond that, opening up this mechanism is very different from the Cameleon 1 and 2 because there are these extra discs below, which means that the rest of the mechanism, which holds the seat in place when you put the frame onto the chassis, is entirely different. And I haven't had to repair these parts here yet on the Cameleon 3, but just from looking at it from a first look, it kind of worries me because it means that if too much pressure is put on the outer mechanism, breaking it, you might potentially break some of these disc elements inside, which would necessitate switching out more of the chassis than one would have had to do on the older models. In any case, when you have this sort of a problem, you want to inspect all of the plastic parts, including this part here from the back side, as well as this, to look for damage. And anytime large bits of the plastic have broken off, you need to switch out the parts. So switching out this part, in this case it's okay, but it would have necessitated drilling out this rivet here. So in this case we got lucky and it's just this disc, so I'm going to put the disc back in place on these 2 just as I found it. And what I'll have to do is flip the stroller upside down and align it as it was before.